Get ready to match the stars. Avery Schreiber, Brett Sommer, Gary Burghoff, Arlene, Richard Dawson, and Betty White as we play the star-studded Big Money Match Game 75. And now here's the star of Match Game 75, Gene Rivers.
Dawson and friends.
I feel so coordinated.
How about that?
Except when you walk.
You mean I walk funny? Sartorial splendor. I suppose you're all ready and excited and going to have a grand time today and ready
You have
for
to play
funny.
this game first.
Do that.
Here.
Put your hands on me. Thank you.
Okay, here we go. Now let's say hello to our two players, Susie Tassoni and Sheila Wood. Ladies. Susie is our current champ. She's won one game. She has $350 to her credit, and that's happy. She's applauding herself for that. She's got a big rooting section here. She's got her, show me your rabbit's foot.
No, but this isn't, Betty. My dogs mean so much to me, and I took a cutting of each one of their, hair over their heart, and I wrapped it up. And that's why I won the first game.
Really?
Well, that's good. You're going to win more now, maybe.
She's a religious freak.
No, she's a heavy drinker. That's a tale of the dog that...
We understand.
Well, that brought you luck, eh?
Mexican heroes.
Okay. Susie is being challenged
That was a close
by
game.
Sheila Wood here. And we just found out a little bit about Sheila. She's a clerk in a Clark clerk. In a what factory?
In a fireworks company.
Oh, I bet you get a bang.
Fireworks company. In a fireworks company?
In a fireworks company.
They're illegal, aren't they?
Not in England, no.
Oh, you live in England. Mm-hmm. What part of England do you live in?
About 80 miles north of London on the east coast.
Oh.
What did you think that was, an Italian accent?
No, but I thought that Sheila was a transplanted lady who lived here in Los Angeles, but you live over there now.
She's not a transplant.
This is a transplant.
That's a transplant. Well, all right, good luck to both ladies. We're going to start with round one right after we pass along this message of considerable interest and importance to everyone.
That's better.
It tastes good. Well, if she wins, we may kiss a lot later. Then. All right, we're going to push this button now and ask Sheila to make a selection.
B, please.
B. Here we go. I have a little poem for you.
Oh, I love your little poems.
A package came for Mr. Dale, delivered by the U.S. mail. He opened it and he turned pale. It was a tiny purple blank. I hope everyone understands the rhyme scheme.
Yes, we're
Dale, mail, pale.
We're rhyming with blank. Is that right?
It was a tiny purple blank.
He opened it and he turned pale. It was a tiny purple blank.
It's a tiny purple blank.
Yes.
Now, you want something that rhymes with blank, right?
No!
I just said that. I've done it, you know.
The poetess is finished here.
The poetess is done.
All right. Now,
Now what?
ready up there? Ready on the left. There. Okay, he's got it. Sheila Wood. A package came for Mr. Dale, delivered by the U.S. mail. He opened it and he turned pale. It was a tiny purple
Snail.
snail. A snail. Okay? She said it was a purple snail. Have you ever seen?
The most absurd thing I've ever heard.
It is?
Well, that's what I had. I had a snail.
That's two absurd snails. Do you offer this lady a snail?
I could have said snail.
You didn't, though, huh?
I didn't think of it.
You didn't?
No, I said veil. It's the one across her little nose.
It was a tiny purple veil. Yes.
As in taking the veil.
Oh, yes, of course.
Or over hill and dale.
So,
into the
over
veil.
hill is where you should have quit that. All right, only kidding. Now, Burghoff.
Hey, what are you, smart guy?
Burghoff, what? What do you say?
Mr. Gary to you, thank you very much.
Mr. Gary Burghoff. What do you say?
Nobody loves a smart blank. Anyway. Well, I forgot what I said. I said...
It was a tiny purple...
Snail.
Snail, and that's it. How can you forget that? That's a money winner,
And a pretty little thing it was, too. Yeah, that's true.
So that's 2 for you, Sheila. Now, what do you offer this lady, Arlene?
Well, I'm very Freudian. It is the 3rd snail.
3 snails. Listen, a little garlic and we could have a dandy appetizer here.
What if you read it again?
I say, package came from Mr. Dale, delivered by the U.S. mail. He opened it and he turned pale. It was a tiny purple...
Escargot.
Escargot. Thank you. So we've heard from Ampico J. Steinway. He said escargot. What do you say,
But
lady?
the meter doesn't make that way. Da 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 da. You need a da da da. See, a tiny purple doggy tail. See, it doesn't.
Doggy purple doggy tail.
Great camouflage, Betty.
Dog
That's
lover.
right.
Cut off you had somebody cut off a tail and send it
wait a
through the
minute.
mail?
You're right, Betty. Their iambic pentameter was all off.
Thank
there.
you, honey.
And their
So was our
trochaic
meter.
trimeter was also in bad shape
that can
here.
be fixed,
now I
however.
push this button here. You did pretty well with that. I push this. Oh, I don't have to push the button, do I? You got yours. All right, Susie, this is for you. Listen carefully. Did everybody hear about Brett's accident? Oh, you did.
I thought Brett was
I'll tell you about Brett's accident. While visiting a brewery, Brett was flattened by a rolling beer barrel. It took 7 men to blank her up. Took 7 men to blank her up.
What's the first part of the question, Rob?
While visiting a brewery, you were flattened by a rolling beer barrel, and it took 7 men to blank you up.
Cough button.
We don't have cough buttons on these
I
microphones.
know.
I don't even have a cough button on my microphone. All right, lower tier is ready.
Oh,
Flattened by a rolling beer barrel. Okay, here we go. Susie. Brett had this accident, you see, Suze. She was visiting a brewery. That's where they make beer. And she was flattened by a rolling beer barrel. It took 7 men to blank her up.
To blow her up?
Well, now, that's a very logical answer.
Sure.
A logical loser, but a logical answer nonetheless. I don't know.
Don't you know that
there is
song?
if she was flattened, they would
to
want
blow her
to
up.
blow her up again.
the barrel.
I had other thoughts in my mind. What do you have in your mind?
Well, in danger of being just another boob on the show, here I am. Pick.
Pick her up. Took 7 men
That's all
to
I
pick
could
her
say,
up.
love.
Yeah. Rotten answer.
I couldn't help it. It came to me like
it came
magic.
to you, and
It
you
was-
trusted your first impulse. That's what we ask you to do. What do you say?
I say when you're all flat and tired,
Yeah.
get yourself a bicycle pump and blow yourself up.
Oh! Look at that. I didn't think that'd score at all. All right, Gary.
Incredible.
Yeah.
I never would have thought of blow in a million years
Really? Why not?
until I wrote it.
Oh, I see. I can't either. I'm sorry to say, Susie, I thought that was a rotten answer, and I retract it now. It was a terrific answer. I've changed my mind. But I was thinking of other
Sam,
things,
sellout.
Like after they blew her up, they had to pick her up.
pick her up. I didn't even have that in mind. Richard, what do you say?
She's so wealthy, she uses a backup car.
Oh, yes.
It's
They
New
don't
York
grow
for
on
you.
trees, you know. Hamburger. Yeah, I said pump her up.
Pump her up and blow her up. That's 3 for you. It took 7 men to blank her up, and she said to blow her up.
You see, I should have disqualified myself.
Why?
Because knowing Brett as well as I did, I said it took that many men to sober her up.
So at the end of round 1, we have a pretty tight game going here, 4-3 in favor of Sheila Wood. And now we're going to do a little business, then you hurry right back, see how this ends. Here we are, end of round 1, 4-3 score in favor of Sheila Wood. Now we go to round 2. Sheila, please make your selection.
I'd like B, please.
B. Now this is just for 2 people. This is for Brett and Betty.
Frick
You
and
two
frack.
then. Frick and frack.
Null and void.
I wouldn't say that.
Trick or treat.
Count Dracula said.
How much did he say?
This is my cousin Sidney is the world's shortest vampire. Sidney is too short to bite you on the neck. Instead, He bites you on the blank. He's a short vampire.
I got it. I'm glad I don't have to write anything.
She is finished now.
I will if you will, Brad.
Okay. Sheila Wood, you listen to me now. My cousin Sidney is the world's shortest vampire. He is too short to bite you on the neck. Instead, he bites you on the...
Knee?
On the knee. Yeah. You never know about these people over here. Don't awe her.
That's a famous song. I'm off to Transylvania with a vampire on my knee.
That's right, you're right.
Very well.
Do-da, do-da.
I like Brett.
I thought being English, you possibly might say bitter on the calf.
On the calf.
Did say. He was a very short vampire.
Betty, how short was this vampire?
He was so short, he bit her on the knee.
On the knee is a match for you. Oh-ho. Now, Susie, 2 to tie, 3 to win. Listen carefully. Here we go.
3's a crowd.
That's right. And this is for Betty, Arlene, and Avery. The others lay out. And stop coughing.
I wish I could lay out at Mount Sinai.
Don't heckle her. She's testing for Camille.
And winning.
The gardener said to dumb Dora, "No wonder your flowers died. You're not supposed to blank on a bed of roses."
Well, now, you see, that's the first question this week I've liked, and I don't write.
Oh, well, write one for me anyway. I'll watch your answer. Did you hear that? The gardener said to dumb Dora, "No wonder your flowers died. You're not supposed to blank on a bed of roses." Ti-ya-da-pum, ta-da-dum, ta-da-da-da-dum, ti-ya-da-ba-da-dum,
How come there are always dumb Dora jokes? Why not a dumb Harold joke? Guys aren't dumb? I'm just getting a little
all
social
right.
here, folks.
No wonder your flowers died. You're not supposed to blank on a bed of roses. Did you finish? Yes, Betty. Okay. Just
I like
checking.
these roses.
Now, Susie. The gardener said to dumb Dora, "No wonder your flowers died. You're not supposed to blank on a bed of roses."
Tinkle?
Well, she is dumb, yeah. And misguided. And lost.
So strange. That's exactly what I would do on a bed of roses, but I didn't say that.
She's a
What did you say?
bedwetter.
I said lie on a bed of roses.
Do not lie on a bed of roses. Now, you've got to match Arlene and Betty to stay in the game and achieve a tie. Arlene.
Well, I took another kind of water. Spit.
All right. That means Sheila Wood wins the game. What'd you have? Sleep is good. Come on down, Sheila. Congratulations. Will you stand by for a moment or so while we part company with Susie Tassoni?
Thank you very much.
It was a pleasure meeting you,
Pleasure
Susie,
being
and your
here.
whole family out there, too. And you got $350 and our
Thank
best
you.
wishes.
Thank you.
Susie Tassoni. Goodbye. All right.
Down.
Come over here. This is Sheila Wood. Oh, where are you going? Come over here. That's right. All right. Now, Sheila's got her $100. She's going to try now for over $5,000 in the big money super match. Are you all ready? Mm-hmm. Okay, here we go. Sheila, we polled a recent studio audience, and we got their best response to this. Blank air. And the answer they gave most often is worth $500 if you match it, then $250, then $100. Now, you're allowed to select 3 and get a little assist.
Avery?
Avery, what do you say? Blank air.
Fresh air.
Fresh air.
Richard?
Richard?
Hot air.
Hot air.
And Betty?
Okay, Betty.
Thin air.
Thin air. You got thin air, hot
Who
air, and
wants bad
fresh
air?
air. You want one of those, or have you got a better one?
Bad air.
Hot.
You want hot air. All right, that's the one she hopes is under the $500 response. We'll find out right now where it is by beginning with the $100 response, if you please. Polluted air.
Social conscious raising group here.
That's right. Well, we had a very EPA-minded bunch that day. People are thinking about a lot these days. So let's find out if hot air is under the $250 response. Fresh air is, and that's the one that Avery gave you. Last chance for hot air. Here is the $500 response. Yes, it is. Congratulations. Now you got $600. Good for you. So, that means in a moment or so you're going to be playing for $5,000. But before we get to that part, we've got to get to this part. Okay, here we are with Sheila Wood. She's won her $500. She's up to $600 total. She's now going to try for $5,000. Remember, Sheila, to collect that, you've got to match one celebrity head-to-head. This has to be an exact match.
Yes. Richard.
Okay, Richard, you get ready to write? And Sheila will face me. I guess you've seen this program a number of times at home. You know how this part goes, don't you? Here we go for $5,000. Blank crossing. Blank crossing. Okay, he's finished his. Now, Sheila, we need your response. One which you think will match his. What do you say to that? Blank crossing.
Pedestrian.
Pedestrian crossing? Oh, what would you say? Oh, you would, eh? Well, she may be right, because all over California you see these signs that say pedestrian crossings, so don't owe her until we see his answer. And then if she doesn't match him, then you can owe her. Richard, may we see it, please?
What they said, I thought you would say in an English way, and I said railway crossing.
Oh,
I thought,
now you can owe her. Oh. See, now's the time to owe her. But listen, Sheila, you got the $600, and you're still the champ, aren't you? And you're going to meet another player right now. So let's bring on John Clementi. Hello, John. Hi, how you doing? Okay, Sheila. You know John Clementi? We welcome you, sir, and wish you the best of luck and ask you to tell us the John Clementi story.
Well, I'm a postal person, mail carrier, and I have 3 boys and a lovely wife, and that's about it.
Okay.
That's enough.
All right. 3 boys and a lovely wife, and I guess not in that order, though, right?
He's a postal person?
John, please make a selection.
I'll take A.
A, here we go. New game, folks. Everybody plays. Betty White, as you know, hosted Password.
How'd she do?
She was really terrific.
She was.
Everybody says so. I say so. I saw it, and I thought she was marvelous. And she was so good that the network decided to give her a game show of her own. Now, in this show, contestants compete against animals. And they're calling it Beat Your Blank.
What is it? The animals are...
They're calling it Beat Your Blank. That's the name of the show that Betty will be doing.
The animals be competing against the folks.
Yeah, in this show, contestants compete against animals. And they're calling it Beat Your Blank. All right. You finished, Avery?
I'm terrified of that. No.
I just have one question. Is it bigger than a bread box?
Okay, now he's ready. And we call on John Clementi. The networks decided to give her a game show of her own. And in this show, contestants compete against animals. And they're calling it Beat Your
Master.
Beat Your Master. He said, beat your master.
Was that a crazy good game?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Well, that ain't what I got.
What do you got?
No, I'm sorry. I got Beat Your Pet, which is the other
Beat your pet there. Okay. Brett, may we see yours?
Well, I did what Alan always does to Betty when he gets mad at her. Beat your dog.
Beat your dog.
Did John say he was a postal person?
Yes, he is.
Does that mean he arrived broken for Christmas? I said beat your dog.
Beat your dog. Beat your dog. Okay, Arlene?
I'm afraid I'm with the dogs, too. I don't want anybody to know.
Well, he had it reversed. He said, beat your master. What do you say?
Beat, the players have very stubborn animals. They use a lot of donkeys, and it's beat your ass or burrow.
Ass or burrow. Okay. All right. Now we're up to Betty White herself.
Being an equine lover, I go along with beat your burrow.
Beat your burrow. Okay, so John, you didn't do well with that, and your first round question will come on at a later date. But right now, we've got this message for you. We have to stop here now. We'll look forward to seeing both of you next time, okay? And no score at this moment, middle of round 1. Listen, I had a good time. I hope you enjoyed it.
Oh, I had a very nice time. Thank you.
Yes, time
Didn't
flies.
get one again.
It was terrific.
That's one. Well, you
Didn't get one
I don't want you to break your record from last time.
I had a terrific time. Tell Mark Goodson that I'd like to do a lot of these shows, and I'm out of work now, and my phone number is 457... I can't say this on television.
We got the message there.
Okay.
Listen, how come you stopped wearing wigs?
I don't know, because I told you half of America thought I was bald.
Gene Schreiber, Match Game 75. Join us next time. Goodbye.
This is Johnny Olson speaking for Match Game 75, a Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production. Stay tuned for Tattletales next over most of these CBS stations.